Good morning on this lovely fine autumn morning. So today I'm doing another foundation review, surprise surprise, and my review today is going to be on, I'm looking at my phone if you're wondering why I'm looking down, is the BareMinerals BarePro. So it's a new foundation, looks like this, okay. I've got it in the colour Hazelnut. It was between two colours. It was between this colour and the colour Chai. So I went for this one. I couldn't tell whether what the undertones would be, because there was no description on the website. So I just had to go by luck really and how it was described. Okay, so that's the colour Hazelnut. That's how it looks. I also got their brush that goes with it. So the brush looks like this. Okay, and it's a pull-up one. I've used it already, so it's a little bit dirty. It looks like that. And that's the brush that comes with it. Right, okay, so let's have a look and see what it says on the website about the product. So, BarePro Performance Wear Powder Foundation. It says, experience flawless glam coverage with BarePro high performance pressed mineral powder foundation that clinically shows to stay right where you apply it for a full 12 hours. Breathable foundation formula delivers an ultra smooth silky texture that glides on effortlessly for superior customizable coverage. Clinically shown to improve skin clarity, reduce pore size, appearance and control shine. Available in 20 true to use shades in a sleek foundation compact. Engineered for performance. Glam coverage, 12-hour long wear foundation, breathable, 20 true to use shades, formulated with 90% vitamins and minerals. And it goes on about glam coverage, 12-hour long wear, breathable, it just goes through all the different bits about that. Okay, so the website, hopefully I'm just trying to make sure you see it this time. I know my last video, it wasn't very clear. So those are the shades. So you've got your usual light shades there. So you're quite fair to light. Then you've got your, see if I can scroll this along. I need to press view all shades. View all shades, here we go. So there you go. So it's got the shades there. Can you see that? And then it goes up like that. Okay. There you go. So those are the shades. So it seems to cover quite a few range. There's two colours darker than mine. So I'm in Hazelnut. And the next colour is Chai. And then you've got Truffle. And the colours also come in numbers. So if that helps. My colour is Hazelnut, which is 25. The next one up is Chai, 26. And Truffle, 29. Okay. Right. Let's apply this little lady. Let's put the clock on. So the time now is 9:15. Can you see that? Right, it's 9:15. And I'm going to apply it. So I've already moisturised my face with my usual moisturiser, Lancome Energy de Vie. I've put my primer on, which is the Becca Evermatte primer. I'm about to put on, I'm going to do my cream first because it is a quite powdery thing. So I'm going to put my cream products on first. So I'm using my Nars Radiance Concealer. And this is called Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. And the colour I'm wearing it in is Dark 1. I don't know if you can see that. Is that focusing? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be focusing, but it's Dark 1. Take my word for it. Okay, so I'm just going to put my concealer on first. My usual under eye area. I'm a bit sweaty this morning, so hopefully that won't affect the application of my makeup. I don't know why I'm so sweaty. It's not good. In match. See if I can just get rid of some of the sweat. It's the age group I'm in, I'm afraid. I sometimes just have these sweaty moments. Right, that looks a bit better. Let's try that again, shall we? Right. A little bit around my eyes as well. I tried the foundation for a few hours over the weekend. I actually think I put too much on. I was very worried about it looking cakey. And I found, again, probably because I put too much on, that it was quite red on my skin. My mother noticed anyway. She didn't say anything, but she was giving me the look, so I know she wasn't happy with how I looked. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of a colour corrector on as well. So it's the Pro Concealer, LA Girl Pro Concealer. It's the colour orange. So yeah, just put this in the lower part of my face. The lower part of my face is darker. And again, just around my nose pad area, so where I wear my glasses. Excuse me, I'm using my fingers a lot this morning. It happens. Okay, so let's just blend that in. Okay, let's try this product. So let's do the brush first. That's how it looks. So by applying it, it's actually quite powdery to apply. So I've just, can you see, it's quite powdery. So try not to dispense of the product and lose it. Right, let's try and put this on, swipe it across. I wouldn't go as far as saying it glides. I'm sure that was one of the words they used. It actually feels quite dry applying it on. So it's not creamy at all. So don't expect a, oh god, I think I put too much on again. Let's blend this out as much as possible. It just looks quite cakey when I apply it on initially. And do you see what I mean about it looking slightly red? So it's not covering up all my pigmentation. I think that's why I applied so much on yesterday. I'm not going to put another layer on, so let me do the other side. But compare from this side to that side. What do you think? Maybe it will settle in and maybe oxidize or warm up and blend into the colour of my skin later. So I'm just going to put a little bit more on. Try not to overload the brush again. Yeah, I think I've got it right this time on that side. Put a little bit more on. So today, what I'll be doing, as usual, I'll try and do a lunchtime update, but depending on where I am, it's not always possible. So I will do one when I get back later on, so that will be about 5 o'clock, and then we'll see how it performs. I'll try not to blot, but if I have to blot, I will tell you, because I really want to see how it does for oil performance. The price and where I bought it from, I'll make sure I put on a caption or I'll put it in the description below. Okay, is that enough? I don't want to look cakey. I'm looking on the computer screen and it looks quite cakey in comparison. Doesn't seem to be blending into the colour of my skin. But face to face it looks okay, so I don't know what's actually a true reflection. See, that's bad, isn't it? When you can't even trust your own eyes. Face to face, it looks, no, it looks okay. I'm just worried about what it looks like on the computer screen. Okay. Alright, I think I've blended that in as much as I can do, and that's as much as I'm going to put on. I'm not putting any more on, so that's it. I mean, the one good thing about this is that because of the size, you can carry it around with you. It closes, I mean, look at the compact. It's got a nice little mirror, and it closes with a reassuring little snap. So hopefully it won't open up when I put it in my compact bag. So if I have to top up or anything, I will bring that with me, and then if I have to top up, I will let you know. Right, shall we apply the rest of my makeup? I'm keeping my makeup quite simple today, so I will do just a little bit of an eyeshadow, not much. I'm going to use, I think I'll use this one. Yeah, this is a Mally stick. I've got quite a few of these. They all seem to be quite similar colour, but this is a Mally shadow stick. They do last all day and they're quite easy to apply, so I quite like these actually. They're handy when you just want to do a quick look. But most of the colours tend to be quite golden, bronzy colours, which I think is okay if you're Caucasian, but it's a bit boring for us. We've got a little bit more melanin in our colour. Okay, so that's that, and I'm just going to put on an eyeliner. I'll stick with the Mally here, if I can find another one. Or should I be a little bit more interesting? No, I'll stick with the Mally. I will do an eyeliner, if I can find one of those. Right, can't find the Mally eyeliner. Excuse me. So I will just use a black up eyeliner, which I quite like this one anyway. And it doesn't crumble on my eyelid. Mascara, Mally mascara. I've used this before. They call this the Perfect Pretty or Pretty Perfect Lash Defining Mascara. Put this on. It's quite good again because it doesn't separate or clump. So it doesn't clump and it separates nicely. Talking gibberish today, sorry. One thing I'll say about the foundation, it does feel light, it doesn't feel heavy. And it is actually quite warm in my house at the moment. I've got the heating on, so it's actually quite warm, which is probably why I was sweating. And usually if the foundation is going to melt on me, it'd already start to shine within a few minutes of me putting it on. So this isn't at the moment, but let's see how it performs whilst I put my makeup on, because that usually is a good indication for me how a foundation is going to perform. As I said, I'm keeping it very simple today. Let's do my eyebrows. So use my Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit. Ah dear, really can't speak today. See, what I like about this pencil, I mean, I'm hopeless at doing eyebrows, but I can do a decent looking brow, I guess. I never do matching eyebrows. I don't know why I can't do it, but I just can't. I mean, look at that eyebrow and look at that one. I prefer that one, but I can't do that on this side. Oh well. It's just one of those things, eh? Okay. feel like my eyes are bare. Don't feel right near my eyebrows like this. I might put a little bit of colour on my eyes. I can't bear just going out like this. Yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit of my Tarte kit like that. Just put a little bit of this brown down here, the one which I've used up, obviously. Just put something down here. It was just all a little bit too bare for me. I can't bear it. And just a little bit of gold up top. A bit better now. Right, there we go. Alright, some blush. Don't need a lot. I will use Black Up, colour 9. That's enough. And I'll do a little bit of highlighter. And I will use, what's that hand? I'll use my Laura Geller Gilded Honey. Looks like that. I've really got into doing this highlighter thing now. I just think it's so pretty. Whether it suits me or not is another matter, but I just like it. Oh, too much blush. Okay. Might have to tone that down a bit. I'm going to tone down the blush a bit. It's a bit much. Okay, let's see how this works. That worked. Ooh, like that. That was quite good. Right. Yeah. It looks okay on the computer screen. It's starting to get a little bit shiny now. Notice? Okay. And let's go with the lip colour. So using my MAC lip liner. Colour Chestnut. Usual. And I'm going to go in with this today. It's a NYX NYX Lingerie Lip Cream, I think they call it. And the colour is called, it's number 12, and it's called Exotic. Just called Exotic, yeah, it's number 12. There we go. I'll tell you what I didn't do, I didn't moisturise my lips. Yeah, I'm not getting it right today, am I? Actually, do I get it right any day? See the beads of sweat coming through. Yeah, I think this foundation is going to get tested today. Oh my god, I got lip hair abrasive. Oh my god. What more can I do? Right, I'll bring my a lip moisturiser with me today. I think I'm going to need it. I'm not doing anything more because the more I do, the more mistakes I make. So I'm going to call it, I'm going to leave it at that, call it a day there. I will do a checkup if I can, as I said, about midday. If not, I'll see you again about 5 o'clock. Have a good day. Bye. Okay, good evening. So I'm now doing my update now of the foundation that I've been trialing today. So the time now is, it's 25 to 6. Hope you can see that. 25 to 6. And the foundation I've been trialing is the BareMinerals BarePro. And the colour I've been trialing in is Hazelnut, which looks like this. So I'll take the plastic bit off. It looks like that. Okay, it's got a nice little mirror there. Okay, so I've been wearing the foundation today for 8.5 hours, I would say. Yeah, about 8.5 hours. And how has it performed on me? Right, well, let's say for the first few hours, it was actually okay. It was comfortable. Didn't really notice it. It still looked very natural. It settled down to what I'd call a satin matte on me. It wasn't a powdery matte because I have got oily skin. So I'd say it was a satin matte on my face. Um, I started to notice the oil breakthrough about 1 o'clock, but there was nothing I could do because I was I was carrying out an inspection. I was at work and I couldn't literally just go off and block my face at all. So I had to carry on. And I did block my face though about 2 o'clock. So oil was coming through on the normal T-zone, forehead, nose, down the area around here. And you can see that the foundation, I've had to sort of reapply a little bit as well because it was starting to get a little bit patchy. So because I had to reapply, you can't see any blush or any of my golden highlight I put on, which was a Laura Geller, I think it was called Gilded Honey highlight I put on. So you can't see any of that at all. Obviously you can't see any lipstick because I've been talking all day. So when I think about the performance of this foundation, let me go back. I normally rank my foundations on 3 to 4 categories. So on the performance, color selection, oil control, sort of transfer as well. I think about how well it transfers as well, and sort of value for money. So it's about 5 categories there. So for performance, so 8.5 hours I was wearing this. I had to blot twice. It's looking a little bit oily again now. 8.5 hours, had to blot twice, all breakthrough. I would say I can't give it a high mark because I have to compare it to, say, for example, the Dior Skin which I wore the other day, and I didn't blot that at all, and I gave that a 9. So I can't give this anywhere near that. I'd give this maybe say a 7. I think that's fair. So performance, because I did have oily breakthrough. It did last all day. It hasn't split. It hasn't melted. You know, it's just that. Wasn't that great. Oil breakthrough, I'm going to give it a 6 because oil did break through, and it does say in one of its claims that it is an oil control foundation. Color selection, I would give it a 7 because there were a few dark skinned colors there. I think there was about 5 colors for us melanin rich beautiful women. So I would say, yeah, I'd give it a 7 for that. Negatives for me for this, and these are big negatives, is that this foundation transfers like crazy. If you're a person that, gesticulate a lot, use your hands a lot when you're talking and you're always touching your face and then touching other things, don't do it. If you get up and personal with anybody and they're wearing white, don't do it because this is going to transfer. So I touch paper a lot during the day. I'm writing reports, making notes. And I was leaving foundation marks, brown foundation marks and fingerprints all over the place today. So it wasn't great. So for that, I'd be giving it like a 1 or 2. It just wasn't great. And it's embarrassing as well when you're being a professional and you're leaving these foundation marks. It cost as well, the value. I can't remember how much this cost. I think it was about £28, £29, I think I paid for it. So I know the price is in its late 20s, maybe early 30s in sterling. That's actually quite an expensive price. If I compare it to something like the Clinique's Silk Balance foundation, which is only £23, I prefer that to this. So it really depends if you like wearing sort of powder foundations, compacts, which is convenient to carry around, or if you want a liquid foundation. I think it depends on your preference. It is. It's convenient. It looks like that. You've got a compact, so you can carry it around and you can reapply quite easily. So that is convenient. The other thing as well, it does claim that it's got lots of ingredients that are good for the skin. So it says it's got vitamins, all various plant extracts in it. But bear in mind, the first ingredient when you look at it is talc. So how good it is for your skin, I do not know. But, bear that in mind. So overall, would I buy this foundation again? I don't know. I don't think I would. I will use this one up. It is nice. It's good. It's okay. but I've got better foundations in this one, so no, I won't buy this one again. It's a definite no for me. The colour wasn't right for me either. Maybe I got the wrong colour. I mean, I was matched to this in store, but I think I could have probably gone a shade darker. It didn't oxidize, so this is the true colour I put on this morning. It's the same colour now, but it's just not the right colour for me. I think I definitely could have gone a bit darker. It was a little bit red in the undertone for me, so there you go. So no, I won't be buying this again, and I would probably recommend it for people who have got normal to combination skin. But if you've got oily, very oily skin, then probably this is not for you. And please bear in mind that it does transfer. So if you know you're going to be getting close to anybody, or you're going to be touching paper, don't buy this foundation. It's not for you. Unless you have white colour, or porcelain colours, then it won't show up on paper. Alright, so that's me done on this one. I will be doing another foundation review. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do next. I might do my Estee Lauder Double Wear, because that is a holy grail for a lot of people who have got oily skin, and I have got 2 bottles of that here, so I should do that really, shouldn't I? So I'll do that. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please subscribe and don't forget to give me a thumbs up.